Balramji also see the Gurudev. Guruji ke charan shish pahunchao. Friends, we now glorify Lord Ganesha, the remover of all obstacles, the vanquisher of all calamities. Before we can grasp the essence of the Katha, we must acknowledge His presence, glorify His name, so that we can be able to accomplish all tasks that is set ahead. Clap your hands and sing along for Lord Ganesha. Tu chahe mujhari mastak sinduri roop nirala mushak maan karo tu hi jag ka Shri. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, Namaskar. Each week we try to give you a Katha that can help you to overcome trials and tribulations in your life and to make your life a better one. And most importantly, to surrender ourselves onto the lotus feet of the Divine Mother. And for the past weeks we have been talking about ourselves as human beings and how we can correct ourselves. We're not looking at anybody else. For it is said that once you can take control over oneself, then you can take control over anything else. But in today's society, everybody wants to control somebody else, not themselves. Agree? So here we're not focusing on anyone else, we're focusing on ourselves. So for the past 2-3 weeks we have been discussing about ourselves. How does lust, anger, greed, jealousy, pride, these are all parts of our lives, and these are the things that is internal. And when we are not able to take control, and when we keep entertaining them, what happens? We pull our own selves down. And in doing so, we encourage you here to look at yourself. What's going on inside? We must know what's going on inside. And for many years that we have been engaged with people, most of the emphasis is placed on outside. What is going on around you, but not what's going on inside of you. If you keep suppressing all your anger, if you keep unresolved anger, unresolved grievance inside of you, nobody knows. But until you get a symptom, a sickness, a disease, a pain, a suffering, a mental illness, then that is when you know something is wrong. That's when you take it into hand. And last week we delivered a Katha based on the Divine Mother. And he said that when we surrender our emotional baggages to the Divine Mother, that is the purpose we are here on a Sunday. Not to come and clap your hand alone and cut the fruits and listen to the puja and listen, also to surrender. If you come to the Kailash Yatra Ashram, Shri Mahakali Vilayam Dhaam, in performing devotion or performing any action, and you're not ready to make changes in your life, you're not ready to accept what is happening in your life, you're not ready to recognize what's happening and make changes, then you're not fulfilling the purpose of God. Right? The day when you came for a reading, from then you should know it is not just about doing a puja and that's it. It is also to do the puja to yourself. What is the puja to yourself? Surrender. Your lust, your anger, your greed, your jealousy, your pride, your ego, your fear, your shame, your guilt, your grief. These are not strange things that I'm talking about. These things are in all of us. It's written in our scriptures. But yet, are you ready to go in within and see what's going on? This is your journey here. This is what you're here for. Let's say, for example, you have a lot of fear inside of you, right? Should I give you a pill for your fear? Huh? Should I create a capsule? I say, do this thing, this is control your fear. Oh no, I can't walk. What happens? You must reflect on yourself. You must know, yes, I get angry, but why do I become angry? Anybody ask themselves that? What is it that propel my anger or trigger my anger? Because my anger is not outside. It's outside? It's inside. So if it's inside, what pulls it out? What activates it? If I ask you that question, you said, this one said that, and that one do this, and that one, and then make me get angry. You hear the word? Then make me get angry. Nobody can make you get angry if you don't want to get angry. That's one. And two, look how smart this word is. If I can say one word or one sentence and you can get angry, look how much control I have over you. Huh? You are giving people this control over you by activating your anger. Y'all have to think about it. So if you want to control your anger, you first have to find what is triggering it. And when you really sit down and see what's triggering it, is you yourself. You mad at yourself. You can't deal with your own self. So anything pop up, you just fly up, you flip it. Now why am I talking about this? I can give you kathas from a scripture and I can tell you on Ram and Sita and Krishna and Hanuman. But in order for you to understand the story and to grasp the essence, you must first be able to understand your own self. In order for me to tell you about one story almost thousands of years ago, and what's happening now, we don't have a clue. So this is why we spend the time here at the ashram to understand ourselves. Now what comes with anger? Now let me demonstrate to you what happens to you when you become angry. One, everything that is stored in your memory bank, for all the time that you did it, activates. Because when you get angry, you ask people present, you'll talk about Janan Ke joke story everyone. That's good. Now I'm showing you this because look what you're doing. You are recycling the same thing over and over and over. So you're living in one box and not out. Agree? Now you may not see it like this because when anger arises, ego and pride also comes with it. So you feel it's a big man and a big woman now. You have power, you can say what you want. And if they're not listening, you will show them what you will do. That's true? Even if you don't pick up something and ask them, you feel to yourself that I am powerful. Anger, pride, and ego makes you at that moment. Now, that's what people are seeing, right? Do you know what's happening in your inside? Blood pressure by law. Agree? The heart beating fast, fast, fast. Sweat to run along your body. You get short of breath, but you're still alive. What we're saying, and if you continuously do that over and over and over, what do you think becomes in your body? It becomes weaker every time. Every time you get angry, your body becomes weaker and weaker and weaker. Those who don't get angry easily, you see that their body is stronger and stronger and stronger. When I say body, I don't mean muscle, I mean they're mentally stable. So my dear sisters and brothers, this is why we say anger, everybody supposed to get angry for the right reason, for the dharmic reason, to protect dharma, not for the wrong reasons. So I'm not going to tell you you must get angry. No, I will say you must get angry for the correct reason. You know when you beat a child, right? Are they beat the school at home? You know when you beat a child. If you beat a child without anger, he gets the message. But if you beat a child in anger, the child will hold that for the rest of his life. Why? Because you don't know what you do. You just take over the inside on the child. Now what else comes in anger? We have pride, we have ego. You know what's something that you must be able to look at? What comes in anger? Speech, words. Not true? And when you start to speak, that's when you get angry and speak out your mind, just like when you take something. Not true? But here it is. Sometimes you say things which you do not want to say. Just because you feel at that moment. Look, you know how many things you lose at that moment? Even if God stands up in front of you and you get angry, that God becomes nothing. Your relationship gone. Everything that you have, you forget. And you become so aggressive and angry, you start to say things that you don't want to say. And firstly, you have so much regrets. Not true? Wishing I do this, wishing I do that, wishing I. No, I'm telling you this because it happens. And I'm telling you this because this is what is the catch in your homes. This is what we call catch. This is what drags your whole life down. This is what runs the luxury out of the house. You know what luxury? The money. Because when you get angry, you say, bring out the money and you're gone. That's true? And the money gone, now you have to walk back. Now when the anger cool down, everything nice up and so on. What happened? You have to walk back. Especially if you want to bring up things in the house. Who got walk back? Me? Who? Do you understand what I'm saying? Anger makes, and we can't put a name on the anger, we have to put a name on you, because you have to know how to control it. It puts you into that mode where you are destroying, you are not building. So my dear, speech is important. When someone is angry and they speak, they can hear, but most of the time they don't come in the show. But the speech has power, and you have to be careful what you say. Don't defend yourself. Don't find a plaster. Speak the truth. Be in a truthful mode. You see, if you're angry and you speak the truth, like me, it's a different story. Right? But if you're angry and you say things which you don't want to say, then that is not good for any relationship. When people get angry and they're frustrated, they go to God. If you hear anything, you want to tell God. Oh God, sit there, have their hand like this, ready to bless you. You went and destroy your own self, and you come to God now. You tell God, your power is in your hand, oh God. Why can you help me? So it comes back. Are we helping our own selves? So in our lives that we live, anger is something that all of us have. But we must learn to take control. You know which is the worst kind of anger? There are different types of anger. One anger is like steel rod. They get hot, and then it can cool down. Agree? So that's when the story reaches a peak and everything boils down. Mind you, that same steel rod can get hot. So you have to start controlling yourself. Some anger is like the river. Sometimes the anger come high, and then the anger go away. But there is one particular anger that sticks. For years, some people don't talk to each other because of anger. Because of the things that they say to each other. And that's where forgiveness comes in. How many people here are ready to be forgiven? Huh? How many people, Pandit, me have forgiven nobody? Their heart there? Yes. Had they had better knowledge then, they would have done something better. Agree? Now, forgiveness comes with calmness and compassion and love. Forgiveness doesn't, you have to forgive at some point in your time, in your life, to go forward. You have to forgive. And if you don't want to forgive, you will be stuck in one place in your life. Sometimes you listen to, I have to sit and listen to many stories for how many years now? And most of the stories are stuck where people are not ready to let go. I was in that position where I thought that the story is whatever I was going through, wherever I go I was spreading because it was bothering me. But when I realized that my story is not going, it's only coming. Because when I tell this one will tell somebody else, add in some masala and jeera and curry powder and pepper and so, and the story is going nice. But from the moment I took a stand and decided to take a stand to myself, learn to control myself, I forgive myself, that is when life has changed. I'm only telling you this because this is a major problem in the world. This is why our society, our communities, our countries, our world is facing this kind of problems. How do we fix it? We can't read a book. We can't go puja. We got to fix our own self. And to do that, we have to look at ourselves. So my dear sisters and brothers, it is very important. It is so much important to look at ourselves when it comes to anger. Now anger, we are blessed with anger. Okay? We are blessed with anger. We are blessed with anger for the right. To use it at the right time, the right place, and for the right person. And I'm telling you how powerful this anger is. It makes you do things that you don't want to do. It makes you say things that you don't want to say. And it makes you think of things that you don't want to think of. I'll give you an example. Let's say there's a couple, right? Husband and wife. And they get angry. And they're not talking to each other and so. And a neighbor come and tell them something about either the husband or the wife, vice versa. Anger makes the husband or the wife start to think differently now. And what is not true becomes true in anger mode. Is that so? What people tells you at that moment when you are in this mode, you should be very, very careful at that time. And there's a story in one of the scriptures. It says that if there's a pond of water and you throw a pebble in the water will shake, right? You can't see what is beneath the water because the water will shake. Is that so? But when the water becomes calm, when the water becomes calm, it becomes clear, all the mud settles at the bottom, you can see clearly. It says that is is when you must make decisions. That is when you must speak. That is when you must think. Don't make a decision when you're angry. Don't speak when you're angry. Don't think when you're angry, because you can go in the wrong direction. And let me tell you, your speech, whatever you say in anger mode has force. It's coming deep within you. All your energy are combining when you get angry. And what you say have extraordinary power. And it happens in people's life. I've seen it. This is why it's better you walk outside and go plant the garden, dig the dirt, prepare the bed. When you get angry, go do that. Don't stand up and argue. Even if you get angry, you must not go and cook. You must not go and cook, because all the energy that you have within you goes into the food. Y'all know that? I gave you a already. When you get angry, all this energy that is boiling inside of you goes into the food. Whoever eats the food now gets that energy. That's how powerful this word is. You have to become, you know, when you cook, you knock the pot spoon, and you're talking in your mind, you know, you're cussing stuff. You knock the pot spoon hard, and you're talking in your mind, and whatever is going, all of that goes to the food. So we do not know how we, our own selves, we create our own problems for our own selves. And we don't know. We blame it, this one, that one, but the thing that not come. No? Point to be taking, sisters and brothers. So you don't cook when you're angry. Alright, minute to buy food, wait till you come and then cook. So, also, you should not go to your altar. Or you should not stand nowhere and talk to God in that anger mood, because what you say to God is important. When you get angry, everything boils up. You know, they say you must not go to the altar when you're unclean, when females are unclean, right? But it's not like that. When you're angry, you become unclean because the thoughts in your mind is unclean. Imagine you get angry, you are planning your brain out there and you're killing this person. Or you're trying to rip your this and lash someone. You know, these thoughts pass through your mind. Suppose you were in front of God or something happened, you know, you're so God. My point is, you do not know how much power you have within you. Watch, if you cook with beautiful words, with love, with compassion, and you sit down and you eat the food, you will see how compassion and love will flow in your home. But when you're hurry, you come home and hurry cook, and you start the pot and you think, different things pass through your mind, and you're not thinking hard, that energy goes to the food. So when the people don't eat the food now, just how you get tired, they become tired. And then they tell them again like this. But my point today, sisters and brothers, it is we who are responsible for almost all our problems. Are we only talking about one thing today? Anger. We're not talking about nothing else. We're talking about anger. When you get angry, step aside, do some breathing. Don't think. I'm telling you, do not think. Those thoughts that passes through your minds, trying to pull you down, trying to destroy one another, you can't allow that anymore. If your mind chicken, go and get some feed. If you got garden, go water the plants. If you have food that you got pass a day, let the anger flow. Then go back. Take the time out. You know, now children used to get time out. Now they don't have time out. Now big people need time out. Adults need time out. My point is, this is how you break your relationship. This is how divorces are high in the world. Because nobody choose to take a time out, calm yourself down, come back and we talk normal. Huh? That happened? Or that was not happening? Huh? Nobody's too big. Who is too big to make change? Tell me. What makes you feel you have authority to get angry and to tell another human something that will hurt them? Put yourself in that person's shoe and see how you feel. How you would feel if that same thing is done to you. And when you know how the other person feels, you will not do it. Agree? But if you feel you have power, and in today's world we know, we see, we live and we see, wealth is not all, money is not all, all the material things is not all. That is just to live a comfortable life. But what matters is how we treat one another. Are we just talking about one thing? Anger. For me, this is what I will tell you. When somebody is angry, ask them what authority they have to tell you. Before they come, what will happen? I tell them what happened. If you tell somebody that will happen, who will talk to me? This is what happens, right? So, I'm saying today in this Katha that anger, the same way you can speak angrily, the same way you can speak calmly. Agree? I know if you look at the history of Guyana, we come from a history of abuses, of alcoholism, alcoholics, and mental abuse, physical abuse. We come from that. We know our ancestors come down from that generation. But how long are we going to continue to say, oh, we come for them and them come for them and just one? We have to break it now. We have the power to break it now. Or we have the power to also hold on to it and cycle it around all the year long. We have the power to end it now. And this is why I say to you, sisters and brothers, anger can lift you up and anger can break you into pieces. Anger. It is a force that is forced upon you. Imagine, people get so much angry that they get high pressure and that go down. So you know what happens when you get high pressure, when you're traveling at high pressure? Is you're constantly getting angry, till your body becomes immune to it now. So you never get angry or pressure raising time. Any little thing, pressure raise. So this is why today we take the time off to talk about anger. And I'll tell you one more thing about anger. And this is the most powerful one. Do you know who feeds on anger? Feeds, energize. You need energy. So you eat food, you get energy, right? Is that so? So you feed on food, whatever type of food. But there is something that feeds on anger. What is that? Anybody can tell me? Huh? Demons feeds on anger. So that's why you become so demonic. Have anybody here ever check their face when they get angry in the mirror? We don't make energy like this because they're in a crack. But do you understand what I'm saying? They feed on the anger, so the more anger you put out, the more they take you over. So instead of you being a humanistic person, you become an animalistic person, a demonistic person. Demon not holding yourself is you calling them. I get serious, you see. When you get angry, you start to think, where, let's say you are a very positive person, a religious person, a spiritual person. When you get angry, where those thoughts come from? Can you tell me where those thoughts come from? You never thought about these thoughts. You're not thinking about where they come from. So, this is why you have to pay attention to yourself. What makes you get angry? What triggers you? What puts you in that situation? Somebody from the outside? It's what I have within me. It's already there. Now some people say, you can't tolerate this and you can't tolerate that. You can't tolerate. You know the word tolerance. What authority you have? Look how much God is tolerating with you. When you make your mistakes, when you speak, however, God not going to put two slap on you and make up you. Huh? And that what we need, big as that will be. Sometimes we need to shake it up. Not true? I'm not talking about, I know I shake up at all. But my dear sisters and brothers, I'll tell you from time to time, you need to reflect on yourself. Now, when there's a job, they go inside you now. You see, I get different when we talk about the monastic quality. What happens? Your mind starts to change, your thought patterns start to change from a normal human being going straight now to the monastic quality. A state of consciousness that only thinking about negative things. You get angry and you feel to take a word and not the next person. Which in your normal sense, when you get angry, you don't want to even touch a fly. It's a big difference. Very big difference. So this is why I'm saying that we need to really look at ourselves. Anger, you cannot take out anger from your life or from your mind, but you can learn to control it. You can learn to control it. And this is why, sisters and brothers, as I was telling you about tolerance and patience is too key to all the locks of the world. Tolerance and patience. You understand, you must tolerate all things, but you must be tolerant, you must be open, and you must have patience. You know, sometimes I don't want everything done quick, fast. But we are not willing to make the sacrifices to become fast. So, this is why I thought of sharing this with you, so that you can understand more that it is not wrong to become angry. You know, sometimes when you go to pray and certain thoughts pass through your mind, you're in front of the altar and some wicked thoughts pass through your mind. Huh? Or you get angry at yourself. Where does that come from? This is supposed to happen. What's happening to me? That's happened, right? When you're in front of the altar, this is how it means. Nothing wrong. It's normal to become angry. It's natural to become angry. But it's also natural to take control. Agree? I'll give you one more example before I come to that. And this is something I just ask myself, right? Minutes later, I'm going to roll and back to belly and laugh. All the time I say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Isn't that so? When people get angry, I hate you, where is love gone? Where's the love gone? You treat one another nice all the time. Soon as you get angry, me not have no food, me not have this wrong, me don't want to see it all. Where the love gone? I have all these things stupid. Where is love gone? Love pack up his suitcase and he got no work. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Those small moments that you disturb in your life comes back to haunt you. It comes back. What goes wrong? What mean you come back to the Indian about you? You got someone else? You take rant on? See, my dear sisters and brothers, we don't pay attention to this. We try to mend up the system and leave that aside and live. Not true? And then comes a time when those same moments comes back to you. So if you leave it unfinished, what you have to do? You let it complete it. Let it go. Don't hold on to it. So this is why, my dear sisters and brothers, we thought of making this an important part of letting you understand about anger. Imagine you work so hard for violence on table. Huh? And when you get last table too. And when you get angry, you have the table broken. And when everything calms down now, you self go walk and buy back the same table. That makes sense? That are economics at all. Now this is why I'm laughing, because I'm thinking to myself, have you really got sense, common sense, or really a sense at all? This is what anger makes you become. Imagine you go to your altar and pray every day. You get the passion, you're going to block up the altar and throw everything. Next couple married, oh God, this started giving back. Same altar, you have to buy back everything. Now, this is why I'm saying we have to pay attention to our own selves. Not to your neighbor. You know who's your neighbor? Who's your neighbor? Tell me who's your neighbor. When Jesus said, love your neighbors and love yourself, who is your neighbor? Tell me, who's your neighbor? Anybody know? The person who lives next door? The person who sits next to you. That's your neighbor. That's what Jesus was talking about. If you love the next person next to you as you love yourself, then both of you will love other people how you love your own self. You see, you misinterpret it. You thought it was your neighbor next door. Love starts from where? From you. And then it goes to the next person. Then they cross over the fence and go over to the neighbor. It can't go yet if it not happen in the house. So I'm saying, sisters and brothers, anger destroys so much. Look in your life, reflect and see how much anger has destroyed. Imagine 6 months straight, I'll just give you an example. 6 months straight, you are living loving and kind of, doing everything together, laughing, gaffing, like now. And somebody just pushing on water on corner. You didn't investigate. You not say husband or wife, anybody can happen to. You go home now, you not ask question, broke up with, have you done today? Have you done him? That's the energy you're sending out. And that's what will come back to you. What do you think? Your plant by and your grow? If you keep sending out, me hate this, me don't want this no more. Me hate you. Me don't want to see you. If you keep saying that, that's the energy you're sending out, and it will come back to you. It's not somebody do your own thing. You do your own self. You call them Mount Obia. What do you call that? Me not here. I'm afraid to talk about me. I said I don't enough. So, my dear sisters and brothers, this is what I am saying to you. That in order to make your life a better one, this is one aspect that is destroying our world today, anger. Now, you will say, may try to control the anger. Let me tell you what else makes anger becomes quick to trigger. How many people here have to eat now without pepper, the food not go down? Huh? When you eat the food in the sun, you have the sun and the pepper inside. How many people here eat without pepper? You can't get this pepper go down? Pepper has, you know, it's spicy, right? It does the same thing what Angus does. Your heart will beat fast, your sweat down, right? But it enhances anger. Pepper, it enhances anger. You don't know this, but it enhances anger. So how the pepper spicier so you become, and anything pop up, you gone. Now, there are certain foods that can calm anger, and there are certain foods that can awaken it. Right? The food that you eat, the food that you and I eat. Now, neighbor, yeah, what we cook for the own self. The way we cook the food, the amount of pepper we put into the food, plus we gotta eat pepper on top of it. And sometimes you don't walk the line and tiger teeth to it. Oh, I see people with that. If they get a pepper, the food not go down. So today I'm saying anger is enhanced. Another day I'll tell you of the kind of food that can calm anger and the type of food that awakens it. Toxic food, of course. Toxic food enhance the anger. Too dry food enhance the anger, but we will talk about it another day. But today what I'm saying, anger is this mode that you go in that can destroy your life or make your life a better one. So from today now, you should be, who really is your enemy? The person who gets angry or anger itself? Who really is the enemy? If somebody gets angry and they tell you certain things, who is really your enemy? The person or anger? Who is really your enemy? Anger or the person? You hate the person, so you don't want to say anger. When the thing happens, whatever they say, you have a problem with it. You don't have a problem with the person. Anger is the issue. The person can't control the anger, so you can't blame them. You can't blame the person, you have to blame anger. Not even to blame on anger, but to understand the situation. The person is not your enemy. Because when he or she comes down, you and them become friends again. If you take 1 year, 2 year, 10 year, million year, 100 year, you become one again. Why? Because the person was never your enemy. It was anger. So this is why I want you to understand that anger plays an important role. You know, when these deities manifest, they come in an aggressive mode. So they're not coming to play with you and make joke. They come in to resurrect a part of you that you need. They're coming to shake you up because you need that. So you can wake up and see, hey, I'm doing wrong. This is what I'm doing wrong. Important. So a question will come, how come deities does get angry? Because they stand for justice. They're coming to make sure that you do the same. They're coming to make sure that you are standing on Dharma. When you receive their blessings, you don't misuse it. That's what they're coming to do. If you were doing certain things in your life, and you tell them you're going to make changes, don't feel that they're not looking. They will take immediate action. And I have seen this with my eyes. Many people come to this ashram and make promises to the deities. Alright? You may not tell you what promise. And when they fail from the promise, if they run away, they have to come back. Because they remember their promise. I don't know the promise, you don't know the promise, is the two of them, the person and the deity. So this is why I'm saying anger is something that can destroy you or it can help you to go forward. It can take you up or it can bring you down. You have to have the control over it. And if you have control over anger, you know when you walk in this gate and you see Lord Shiva sitting there very calmly, very peacefully, very in silence and stillness. If you see something like that, you will become angry. Immediately you become calm and still and peace. Because that's the energy it is propelling towards you. Likewise, if you go anyway and you swell up your mouth and you're angry, nobody will approach you. Huh? But if you have a pleasant face, you say, you greet everybody, it will be approachable. That is what life is about. It's not about somebody trolling you, it's about you. Are you approachable? Are you peaceful? Are you calm? Can you control your anger? Those are the things you have to look at. Not me alone. Both of us have to look at in our lives. And today, I'm saying, sisters and brothers, it's important. If we were talking about anger, let's say, since I'm a little boy, let me just say, from 1986, people were talking about anger, maybe this world would be. I'm just talking about me. If you check your age, if people were talking about anger from since our generation, this world would be in a different place. People were not talking about anger, people were showing anger, people were displaying anger. But today, by the grace of God, we can stand and speak of anger, what it does to you, how it can destroy you, and how it can help you. So I took you to different departments of your life for you to see. We're not just talking, we are telling you what's happening. You can reflect. Don't beat your children when you're angry. Children have to be children. They will provoke you at times, but you're the adult, you're supposed to know how to deal with them. Because you remember this world. They're not asking you to bring them. Agree? So I'm spending this time for you to understand. The more calmly you speak to a child, the more the child understands. But the child will not respond to you at the same time. How you want. But afterwards, when that child goes into silent mode, the child will start. How do you think I see? You look at the baby, and if you have those learning channels that you put in, any child, you don't have to be a baby, they will look, they will listen, they will learn. They will not show you that they're learning, they're listening. And afterwards, now when you sit down, you hear them talking the same thing. You hear, and that's how you know they are. Same thing goes to you as parents. You stop learning. Parents seldom stop. I don't want to know. They're big. We all are in a learning process. A teacher never stops learning. A student never stops learning. For me, each and every one of you is teaching me something. I am still learning. I don't reach to a phase where I say, hey, we know everything. No, nobody in this whole world knows everything. And even if you know everything, you still can't do everything. We all need each other from time to time. So I'm coming back to anger. I showed you how your blood pressure, what happens to your blood, what happens to your heart, what happens. Imagine that's just two things we're talking about. What about all the other organs in the body and the systems in the body? So when you are angry, do not poke. How many people get angry and poke? Let's see. Nobody not getting angry? Lie. Especially man, you know, you before you may move on God. Hey. Now the first time I wake up. My point, you gotta take this serious. You check. If you're singing a song and you're cooking the food, you know, some kind of song, and you're so in a nice mood, and you're cooking the food, when you come down and you sit down with your wife, your husband, or your wife, and your kids, and now wife alone is cooking, the husband is cooking. So that's what I said, both. And all of you sit down and you eat it. When you eat the food, and you feel satisfied and calm, that's a food. But when you eat food, oh my God, you don't put the first mouthful where you start. You know what's happening there. I tell you, you really need to pay attention to how you're cooking the food. Especially if you're not satisfied with something that happened before. Or you're going to watch a soap opera and you know that you're going to cook with mama. So, I'm saying all of this because it's reality. This is what's happening. You have to pay attention to what you're doing to yourself. Imagine if you watch soap opera today and I'm showing you masala and choto masala in the food. Huh? Then watch soap opera today, rice bun now. You have to eat rice. But apart from that, that's not anger. That is your entertainment time. What I'm saying, we really need to pay attention to anger. This is why Mahakali came into existence. Because she is the conqueror of anger. She won't play when it comes to anger. The most aggressive person who stands in front of her, shiver and wait. They're afraid. You know why the whole world was afraid of Kali when they hear of Kali? Because all the demons were afraid of Kali. See, Mahakali does not have 100 weapons. She has one chopper. One. And that's what she does with her job. A whole battlefield, she destroyed one move. That tells you that you have someone who can help you to conquer your anger. You can't go to the battlefield and say, I'm going to fight. You have to prepare. Is that so? Mahakali did not go and start to, she stand there with fierce. She's fierce and she's ready. That's how you have to fight battles. Don't become weak and run away. Where are you going to run and go from your problems? The problem is not outside, the problem is inside. When you run and go, the problem going with you. And this is why I say, sisters and brothers, we need to take control over our anger. And let me tell you one last thing. When the blood pressure raises, the eye not see good, the ears not hear good, the nostril not breathe good because you're breathing through your sharp breath. The body starts to feel different. Alright? Just by you becoming angry. So I gave you a katha today that I'm sure all of you sitting here would have reflect back on something that took place in your life and realize, yes, what Pandit is true. Not true? So you know today that this year, we cannot go forward living like this. We got to make changes. And the only way to make changes is to be able to recognize who you really are, what triggers the anger. Let go of the emotional baggages that you have within you. You know, a long time, years ago, People could sit down just like this, open their eye, and burn people to ashes. Right? Then I have to get angry. Then I have to stand up. They could have flipped their finger like this, and something happened to you. Why am I saying this? We get angry before something happens. They didn't have to be angry. They teach you a lesson on the spot. So today I want you to take a minute or two, reflect on yourself, and make changes. When your children are provoking you, remember how you provoke your parents. And what they did to you, you don't want to do the same thing to your children now. Agree? So this is why you must not entertain anger in this. Because if it destroys you, you want to take out of people who are smaller than you. Not true? Your children are smaller than you, so you do them when you want to do them. Can't. So let us all put together the Katha, put one on two, and tell yourself, this is not working out. I have to really pay attention to myself. And the only way you can, and today you're learning who really is your neighbor. You all know that? Who really was your neighbor before? Nobody thought they were next door. The person sitting next to you is your neighbor. Here's the Mahakali Mata ki Shri. So we now perform the Agnihotra.